Yo, so if Oblivion was a person, we would have been in the same grade. Like, no joke, this game got released 2 months after I did. Now, normally I would never touch a game that old, but since the remaster just came out, and after loving Skyrim last week, well, why not? Maybe this one will change my opinion of old games. But before we start, I had to make my character. I picked a Redguard because they're strong and fast, and as for the face, ooh, I'm gonna make him look completely Sigma. After creating a character, I wake up as a prisoner, just like Skyrim, but instead of a dragon saving me, Emperor Uriel Septim himself shows up in my cell, because a cult of assassins is hunting him. And the secret escape tunnel just so happens to run through my cell. He's weirdly chill about me being a prisoner too. He says he saw me in a dream and forgives my crimes. Like, sure bro, okay, I'm not gonna complain. The Emperor's family, the Septims, have special dragon blood, and as long as one of them wears the Amulet of Kings and lights the dragon fires, it keeps a demonic hell realm called Oblivion sealed away. But all of his sons are dead, and with no Septim to light the dragon fires means there's gonna be a demon apocalypse coming out of Oblivion if he dies. And as we're escaping, the Emperor gives me the amulet. He tells me to give it to Joffrey, who knows about his last and secret son. He's the last surviving Septim and the only one who can stop Oblivion from invading. And then boom, assassins come out, give him back shots, and he's dead. And if you don't want to end up like him, make sure you're subscribed. I make my escape through the sewers, but not before choosing my class. I chose Battle Mage because if I was ever in a fantasy world, I'd just be like a chill wizard with a sword, and in my free time I'd think around with potions in a sick tower. And as I escape the sewers, it's now up to me to save the world. Look at this Sigma guy, look at him. The first thing that impressed me about this game are the graphics. I thought this was gonna look like an old game with some good shaders, but no. Roxy Inn. It looks amazing. Let's go into this inn. Let's see what we have in here. And after just a little bit of walking around and enjoying the world, I came across Roxy Inn, where I talked to Melanie, who gave me a quest. You see, apparently a few months ago, Raylin the Greyfinder, a necromancer... Raylin the Greyfinder? What's wrong with him? Set her home inside of a nearby cave. And ever since then, there's been undead creatures walking around at night. And because of that, no one wants to stay at the inn. And as a thoughtful member of the local community, I had to help. Come forth, my warrior! After a little bit of exploring the caverns, I found a mysterious door. But unlike the easy 2-pin locks I'd encountered until now, this one had a hard lock with 4 pins, each of them harder than the last. And if I failed one pin, the entire lock would reset. Damn, why is the third one so hard, bro? This made the lock extremely difficult to pick, and I needed to use 21 out of my 32 lockpicks. Boom! Boom! Finally, dude, I wasted like 20 lockpicks. But it was worth it, because behind this door I found... That's her! Raylin, the Gravefinder. Got her! How could that woman live in here, dude? The air must be so stinky and stale. After dealing with Raylin and looting her cave, I was about to leave until I found another section of the caverns that went way deeper than Raylin's part. There's someone else in here. But this turned out to be a grave mistake. Necromancers, more of them! Get it? Because they're like necromancers. Because here I encountered a lot more enemies and managed to die like 4 times. No, I got killed! And every time I die, I have to pick the lock and beat Raylin all over again. But it was a good learning experience because I learned how to use way more of my magic, like my Turn Undead spell, which turns all undead creatures against their summoner. Okay, now we have turned their skeletons against them. Look at that. Now they fought for us. Now we summon our skeleton and use this to beat the necromancers. There we go! I looted all the corpses, but honestly they didn't have much of anything that useful, so I just left. And with that, I'd ridden the local area of those damned necromancers. And now, the inn's business would be booming again. We've got bigger issues on hand. I had to get back on my main quest. I still had to save the world and delivered the amulet to Joffrey. I started my journey to Joffrey's priory. On the way I encountered some enemy camp. Hey, what is this motherfucker Robin Hood, bro? Wait, there's 2 of them. Oh, I froze him to death. I beat them and got myself some shiny new armor. Dude, magic is amazing. And these guys have some cool armor. Yo, low-key, I do look pretty fly in these. Let me soak in this beautiful view, though. Look at this thing. Oh my godness. And then soon enough, I found myself at the priory. I arrived at Wayron Priory. I must take the Amulet of Kings to Joffrey. Is this him? Joffrey?
I'm Brother Joffrey. What do you want?
Hello, Brother Joffrey. Joffrey told me about the king's bastard son, Martin, who now serves as a priest in a chapel over in the city of Watch. Joffrey sends me to get Martin, and he also asks if he can protect the amulet while I'm gone, which is gonna be a mistake later. But he did give me access to any loot in his chest, so I didn't really think about it at the time. This? Oh. Okay, well, I will take... So I stole his leather armor, which made the Mogger look even more fly. I ran all the way to Quatch. I later learned that I could have just fast traveled there, but honestly I think it was more fun just exploring the world and seeing the map. I look like Robin Hood or some shit. This would literally be me if I was in a fucking fantasy thing, you know? Look at this motherfucker. This is aura. Bro's just aura farming. How cool this is. When I got to Quatch, I noticed that the entire mountain was burned. At first, I thought there had been like a fire or something, but when I got to the entrance, I found a gate to Oblivion. Should I go in? I'm going in. Oh my god, what the Sigma? Inside, I found a hellish realm and a soldier who told me that his squad was sent in to close the gate, but they got beaten and taken to the tower. I had to save them. Open, so I gotta go around the place. Oh shit, there's... Oh! They're throwing rocks at us. So we fought our way to the entrance to the tower. Yo! But inside, we only found more enemies that we had to get through. But unfortunately, as we were fighting some imps, Vonius, the guy we met at the entrance, died. XD. Did he die? Oh, he died. Oh my god. That's so sad though. Look at him. He's glowing. He's my friend. And I let him die. I need to be stronger. And so now on my own, I scale to the top of one of the smaller towers, where I find Manian, the captain of the soldiers who were killed. He tells me to hurry to the top of the largest towers where the sigil stone is located. It's what keeps the Oblivion gate open, and all I need to do is deactivate the stone to close the gate. Where am I, bro? Yo! That's it. This is the thing I gotta close. Activate. Did I just save the world? Did I just fix and save the world? And just like that, the Mogger saved the world from the hellish realm of Oblivion. Okay, now I gotta take a fucking piss again. We so back. I drink so much water and I have to take a piss so often. Dude, I gotta piss like every hour. Drinking a lot of water is good. But it wasn't over yet because some of those creatures from Oblivion managed to escape through the gate into our world. And they were now attacking the chapel, meaning we couldn't get to Martin. So we attacked them along with some soldiers. Martin! Come with me to the Way-1 Priory. Then we met up with Martin and Sire and told him everything about Oblivion and his father. And he agreed to go back to Joffrey at the Priory with us. But when we arrived at the Priory, we saw it being attacked. John F. Please be alive, bro. Please, John F. be alive. He has to be alive, though. He has to be alive. He has to be alive. We need him. Oh, no, where is he? Please don't be there. Oh!
I'll take the one on the right.
The chapel was attacked by those same people who killed the king. Luckily, Joffrey survived, but he wasn't their goal. It was the amulet, which Joffrey hid in a secret room. We had to go see if it was still there. You fucking idiot. They took the amulet for sure. No shot is still there, bro. Absolutely no shot is still there. You should have kept that thing on you, That thing is what the entire fucking future of the Empire depends on, bro. And you put it in some random room? Oh, there it is.
They've taken it.
I fucking knew it! I fucking knew it! And now with the amulet stolen, the Oblivion mothersuckers had one of two things they need to destroy the fucking world. But luckily we still had Martin, who we had to protect. So we took him to the most secure place in the world, the base of the Blades. Oh my god, this place is in the mountains. This is amazing. Remember the king's soldiers in the sewers? They were the Blades, the strongest soldiers in the Empire. And this is their base. And since he was now theoretically the Emperor, he was now in full command of these Blades. But that is as far as I got for this video. This game is absolutely amazing. And it being remastered with the fresh graphics makes it such a good experience. I absolutely suggest that if you haven't already, you pick this game up. And while you're at it, make sure to like and sub and join the Discord. Bye bye.